Attack Wing fans. We're doing something a little different this time. Coming to you from a different studio here. This is my location here in Hawaii. I'm working here, having a good old time, and I figure I'd play some Attack Wing here. First, we have our Cleons, the undefeated Cleon group here. 60-point build. Got the Marta name ship, the Groth name ship. We got Captain Koloth on the Groth as usual. And we got Kramel on the Marta, and then we have their maneuver dials, maneuver cards, and then they each have one weapon. So it's 60 points exactly. I calculated it, did it correct. So the Photon Torpedoes, the name ship Marta, is going to have this 5.1. That's his attack of 5, 2 to 3. Then they disable and reload and all that stuff. And then the Groth is going to have his Photon Torpedoes, which is worth 3, so it's a attack dice of 4. Okay, so of course we have the Federation over here. And we got a named ship, USS Enterprise, worth 22 points. We got, that's their maneuver card there. We got Captain Kirk. He's worth 6 points, so 22 and 6 is 28. And then we got Cheat Death. That's worth 3. Engage is worth 3 because of his named ability. Any Federation upgrade purchased for Kirk costs exactly 3 squad points. Everybody knows that. So he gets 2 elite talents. 2 elite talents is Cheat Death. It's worth 5, but for him it's only worth 3. And then Engage elite talents worth 3. So we got 22 and 6 is 28. Plus 5 is 33. 33. Oh, it's not 5. I'm sorry. Let's do that again. 22, 28, and then we'll do 6. 28 and 6 is 34. And then we have some crew members here. Let's see, we'll go Spock. Did I do that right? 34? 6 is 12. Yep, 34. Okay. So 34. And then this is going to be 39. And then, where do we go here? 39. And then he is 44. And then he's going to be a penalty of 5. So 49. And then she's going to be a penalty of 4. So 4. So this is a 53, and this is going to be a penalty of 6. So 59 total. So hopefully I did the adding right. I'm pretty sure I did. So it's only a 59-point build, but there was another guy that I could have used, but it was a discard, and she is a you know, when defending, if you have a scan token beside your ship, you may spend that token to reroll of it. So she's always, like, she doesn't cost an action, and she's not a discard. So that's really handy. And then Spock has, if you have a scan token in the attack, you may convert all of your battle station results to hit results. So that's pretty handy. So I like that you have a scan token. He's good for attack, and then for defense, if you have a scan token, obviously if you're not using it for that action, like for whatever reason, if you just have to defend with it, then she can defend with her defend dice. So that's really handy. Those two kind of complement each other. And then Montgomery Scott, we all know what he does. He can disable 2 of your shields in order to gain +2 attack dice this round, or repair 1 shield token and reduce your total attack dice by this round, or by 2 this round. So he can repair shields or amp up the attack, which is really good, I think. And then this guy can repair shields, so that's really good. If your ship is not cloaked, you may repair 1 shield token. So that's really awesome, and that's an action. And then of course we have the famous plasma torpedoes, which cost 6 points because it's a faction penalty. And this is really devastating. It's only range 1 to 2, so he doesn't have a lot of range out there. But he gets 5 attack dice, and he gets a reroll on any blank results, which is really nice. I don't have a rear firing arc, but that's fine. I got forward firing arc. I got a 180, so 180 over there, so that's good. So that's good for them guys. So 59-point build for the Federation. And then we have a little bit of a twist here. It's not going to be a one-on-one this time. So we have a little bit of a twist because I wanted to add this. I've been wanting to do this since I purchased this this pack here. And we have the independent faction with the Reliant. So this is the name ship Reliant. It's worth 20 points. Okay. So we got 60 points, 59 points, and I'll explain the points on here, and I'll explain a little backstory here, what's going on too, the scenario. So alright, so we got the Reliant and her maneuver card. I've never played with this ship yet. And then the captain, of course, is Kahn, independent. So Kahn's worth 5 points. Okay, so there's 25 points right there. And then he's got an elite talent, superior intellect. This is a very interesting card. It costs an action. If you discard this card to target a ship at range 1 to 2 that is not cloaked and has no active shield. So someone has to be damaged quite a bit, or not. Yeah, it says not cloaked and has no active shield. So that's interesting. But the cool thing is, if you get close, you can steal 1 face-up upgrade card of your choice from that ship, even if the upgrade exceeds your ship's restrictions. That is very powerful, because this ship right here can hold 1 weapon upgrade, which I'll get to in a second. And if you steal another weapon upgrade, or it could be a tech upgrade, I don't know if it could be a crew. It just says steal 1 face. It just says upgrade card, so I'm assuming it's either a tech or a weapon. I don't think crew or upgrades, but that's beside the point. I don't think you can steal a person, but that'd be pretty interesting if you could. But anyways, so that is very, very powerful, and the other people can't do anything about it. I mean, if you're within that range, 1 to 2, and it's a pretty maneuverable ship, that's really interesting. Nice little trick up his sleeve. That costs 5 points, so that's 25 points total. Or excuse me, that's 30 points total. I didn't read his named ability too. His named ability is you may use, or his special I should say, you may use any upgrades without paying a faction penalty during an attack. No, that's separately, sorry. So when you build him up, technically this is, it says you may use any upgrades without paying a faction. Okay, so if there's a faction penalty, which this is independent, so this is his anyways, but if there was a faction penalty, he wouldn't get the 1 point penalty, so that's what that means. And then it says, during an attack, if you spend a battle station token, each of your battle station results becomes a critical instead of a hit. So if you have a battle stations ready to go, and you roll the dice, and you say, hey, I want to spend this battle station token here, usually it's for a hit, right? But it says each of your battle station results becomes a critical instead of. And that could be really devastating. So that's interesting. But that's that's him. And then let's see, we got okay, so let's talk about the weapon first of all. So he decided to put these photon torpedoes, which is worth 5, and normally he would pay a faction penalty of 6 because it's cross faction, right? It's not independent. But he's Kahns, so he can purchase. He doesn't have to worry about the faction penalty. So this is worth 5 for him. So we got 25, 30, 35. Pretty even numbers across the board there. And then we have the crew here. Let's talk about Yoakim or Yoshim. I don't know how to spell his name or say his name. I mean, he's worth 4, independent. Each time you inflict a critical on an enemy ship's hull, you may draw 2 damage cards instead of 1, and choose which one to place beside the enemy ship. card. Discard the used damage card. So you can use him every time you hit a critical. So between Kahn and him, man, he could really mount up those criticals pretty good, and really put the hurt on you. So that's pretty powerful. And then of course we have Pavel Chekhov. He's Federation. I don't know if that, since the upgrades, only, you know, he doesn't get a faction penalty. Does that? I think the upgrades are everything here. So I'm thinking he's still on World War 3. It doesn't matter anyways. They're not even close to the 60-point limit. So if you go 20, 25, 30, 35, and then 4 is 39. With the 3, he's 42, or with the penalty he'd be 43. So it doesn't matter either way. I mean, they're well below the 60 if we were going to do a 60 all-around build. But Kahn doesn't give a crap. So he'll fight you with one hand behind his back. He doesn't care. He can lift with one arm anyways. He always boasts that he's, you know, has 5 times the strength of Kirk. So, you know, physically, so he doesn't give a crap about points. Points are irrelevant to him. So now the backstory of why this scenario is happening. This is my own little thing. What happened is, Kahn, this Kahn is from the future. Okay, he's a future Kahn, because he's looking for Admiral Kirk, right? But he wants to kill Captain Kirk when Captain Kirk was in his prime. It's his job, or not his job, but he basically wants to kill Captain Kirk before he screws his life up, right? Which is kind of weird because he found him, right? Well, maybe it was, no, actually I'm gonna take that back. He was left on SETI Alpha 5, but he's, the whole time he was there, he basically traveled back in time. He figured out a way to do it, and he wants to kill Kirk after he maroons him, and basically make it so he never gets marooned there, which I don't know how that works in timelines, but anyways. So he lured Captain Kirk here with a distress beacon in the neutral zone, okay? Now, he didn't plan on the Klingons showing up. They picked up his beacon because he used a, you know, a normal, like, Federation distress beacon from back in the day, right? So he now wants to take vengeance on Kirk, okay? The old Kirk, the 5-year, you know, old Federation Constitution class ship Kirk, not the refit. The Klingons have no idea, you know, Kahn is Kahn, so basically Kahn doesn't care about the Cleons, okay? His sole purpose is to kill Captain Kirk. The way I'm going to play it is if the Cleons get in the way, he's going to go after them. So he's kind of like a, not a referee, but a murderous referee, if anything. But if the Cleons get in the way, he's going to take out the Cleons. If Kirk is there, he can kill Kirk, make him suffer, if you will. I mean, the ultimate goal of him is to have Kirk to himself. So if he has to take out the Cleons, he'll do that. Okay? Kirk is trying to save what he thinks is a you know, Federation ship under stress across the neutral zone. The Klingons are coming to basically loot and pillage, and basically they're going to try to attack Kahn because they're like, hey, we want to get there before Kirk gets there. So that's going to be a kind of interesting battle there. Once they figure out he's not disabled, they may try to, I don't want to say flee, but they want to like, hey, what the heck's going on? I mean, it would be great if they destroyed them both, but at the same time, they're like, hey, if it's getting too hot and heavy, and these two are fighting, they're gonna bug out, man. They're not gonna hang around. Kirk, on the other hand, he basically wants to take out the Klingons. He may use Kahn. That's his angle. If Kirk can make Kahn destroy the Cleons with him, Kirk can bug out. Kahn is not going to bug out. He's going to chase Kirk to, you know, you know, till the death. You know, he doesn't care. So he can't retreat at all. The Cleons can retreat only after they figure out, hey, what the hell's going on? I'm going to make it so that maybe they have to destroy one of the ships. So yeah, let's do that. So if these guys take out one of the ships, they're going to retreat, because the neutral zone is the neutral zone. We're going to say that this is the neutral zone right here. This line, okay? So as long as there's a Federation ship, we'll say that. As long as there's a Federation ship in the neutral zone, they're going to act on it and take them out. Okay, actually, no, let's do this. The neutral zone is from here to here. So this is Cleon space, this is Federation space, Kahns in neutral zone space. If the ships are on this side, they're going to attack them. If they're in the neutral zone, they're going to attack them. If they're over here, they're probably not going to encroach on them. They may, they can if they will, but like I said, his goal, he's got to take out Kahn. I mean, or somehow get the Cleons to destroy him. We're going to say the goal of Kahn is to kill Kirk. If the Cleons get in the way, so be it, whatever. He doesn't have to kill him. So if he kills Kirk, he can bug out. He'll leave or whatever. If Kirk's still alive, they're in the way, he's going to attack them. And vice versa. If these guys feel that they're encroaching on a neutral zone, either one or the other, they're going to attack both. If they leave the neutral zone and fight their own battle, they're going to probably leave. So it's kind of a complicated situation going on here. It's going to be really, really interesting. Like I said, he's going to be kind of like the AI mechanic. I'm still going to have these guys fight, but he's going to be kind of like he's the AI is basically going to be like, hey, if Kirk's here, Cleon's over here. He's not going to go after the Cleons. He's going to go after Kirk every time. Okay. If there's a ship out of the neutral zone, there's a ship in the neutral zone or in Cleon space, the Cleons are going to go after them. Kirk, obviously, if the Cleons are over here, he's going to want to push them back in the neutral zone, or I'm going to make it so that he has to kill Kahn, because he knows he's going to chase him, but he doesn't have to kill the Cleons. Originally, he came here to protect this ship and get the Cleons out of, you know, like kill them or encroach on it, or like get them out of the zone or whatever. But I'm going to make it so that he has to kill Kahn. So basically, these two they basically have to kill each other. Okay. The Cleons don't have to kill anybody, but they would like to get rid of them and get them out of this, you know, encroaching space, neutral zone, whatever. So it's gonna be pretty interesting, because like I said, Kirk might use Kahn to take out the Cleons. He wants to kill the Cleons. Ultimately, that's what he came here for, to negotiate or basically protect, you know, maybe get, you know, evacuate everybody, and then he was probably going to come in here and evacuate everybody, original plan, bug out. But once he figures out it's Kahn, he's going to try to shoot him, destroy him, and if the Cleons interfere, obviously shoot, destroy them. It's going to be a pretty crazy fray here. I've never done anything like this with this type of build, or I've never played with the Reliant. We're going to see what's going to happen there, and it's going to be pretty interesting because these guys have a very high captain skill. These guys don't. They both have lower than these guys. So Kirk's higher. He's a 9. Kahn's an 8. So these guys are going to move first, and then he's going to move next, and then Kirk's going to move, and then Kirk's going to fire first, then Kahn, then the Cleon. So this is going to be probably really insane. I don't know how long it's going to go. There's a lot of shit going on here. And I'll see you on the battlefield. Thank you. Already interesting as hell, because these guys, he did a 4 and he cloaked. He did a 3, didn't do anything. He feels not threatened. Kahn went, did a 1, and then he did a battle station. Kirk did a soft 3 and a battle station, but Kirk is now in range to the Reliant, and he actually is wondering, what in the hell? Here is a distressed Reliant that is like, what the hell? It's moving now, and he noticed that they went to battle stations, so he's already Like, what the hell? So I'm probably gonna fire my primary weapons. I'm not in range for my torpedoes anyway. He's in range 3. Yeah. So it's basically gonna be like a warning shot. I mean, he's gonna try to hit him, obviously, and be like, disable this fully functional reliant. He doesn't know it's Kahn yet, obviously. And Kahn will reveal his identity when he fires at Kirk, obviously. Communicate with him. But as of right now, he just went 1 forward. He's still in the neutral zone, and he went to battle stations. What the heck? Kirk is like, what's going on? So Kirk gets to go first. He's going to obviously fire at the Reliant with his primary weapon of 3. But interesting enough, he will get 3 evade dice because the Reliant has a 2 maneuverability or agility, and then with the extended range, he gets an extra defense die. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be basically like a warning shot, or it could be a luck shot. We'll see what happens. But already we got the old school Kirk with the upper hand against the old school Kahn. Well, it may not be the upper hand, because like I said, the Reliant is going to have maneuverability or agility of 4. Or actually not 4, 3, sorry. Still, that's going to be good. Alright, here we go. I'll be right back. Folks, we're back. Not too much action going on here. Kirk fired. He had a battle station. He fired, used his battle stations to count as hits. There was 2 of them. He rolled 3 evade dice, got 2 evade dice, evaded them. Then he decided to fire with his primary weapon. Kirk got an additional evade, so he had 2 evade dice. He rolled 1 critical, which would have just been a hit on the shields. And when he rolled, he had 2 evades, so didn't matter. They might as well be fighting in Mutau or Nebula or whatever, because they basically missed each other, like just evaded. So that was very uneventful. The Cleons weren't close enough, so we'll see what happens. He's still in the neutral zone. Cleons are just getting within range next maneuver, and they're like, what the hell is going on? Because now this guy's moving. So they're probably wondering what the heck's going on. So yeah, here we go. See you next round. Getting crazy already. We did the maneuvers. The Martov did a 4. He was already cloaked. The Groth did a 4, and he did a battle stations. The Reliant did a hard 3 maneuver, and then he target locked the Enterprise. Okay. Yeah. So the Enterprise was over here. The Enterprise did a soft 1 and then a straight 2 because he uses engage elite talent. Yeah. So that was his action, and that gave him an auxiliary power. So then let me see. Yeah, he did the engage, which is an action. Okay. So then he basically pissed off Kahn because Kahn can't do shit right now. He's too close for his photon torpedoes, and he does have a lock on him, but he's too close. Kahn's torpedoes only fire 2 to 3. Can't hit him with the primary weapon in the front. Yeah. So what the hell, right? Kind of bamboozled what's his name, Kahn there, pissed him off. So then Kirk's gonna fire. He did a blind shot from hell. I can't believe he hit him, because he only rolled 3 dice, and 2 actually got through his cloaking and his distance, because he rolled 6 evade dice. He was allowed to re-roll. No, take that back. Wait. No, he didn't re-roll anything. So he just didn't get any evades. So he actually got hit 2 hits in the hole. Yeah, that was crazy. I'd never seen that. That was such luck on Kirk's spot. So then anyway, so it was his turn. Well, it was his turn to fire next. Or excuse me. Yeah, Kahn couldn't fire anything. He already did his action. He did a target lock, so he couldn't steal anything. Well, he can't steal anything unless the shields are down. But anyway, so he was done. Then this guy can't reach. So then this guy goes next. This guy, he could have either fired his photon torpedoes at Kahn or his regular attack at Kirk, and he decided to shoot at Kirk. So he fired his 5 dice primary attack at Kirk. I can't remember how many hits he got, but he got rid of all his shields, so I guess 3 hits, because he had to evade 2. I think he only evaded 1, because it was 4 hits total. So he evaded 1 of them, but the other 3 got through and took out his shield. So now the Enterprise has no shields. Not good. It's under auxiliary power from the engage maneuver. Next turn it can still do an action or choose to get rid of that if it wants, but it can still do an action if it needs to, because that's this Enterprise's named ability. And that's it, man. The next round, I don't know what's going to happen. This is getting crazy. Alright, later. Again, the Martoth went 2 and cloaked. The Groth went 3 and target locked the Enterprise. And Kahn went hard 3 to the right, decided to do a scan token. And the Enterprise went 4 and didn't do any action, because it could have done an action, but I'm pretty sure when you're in AUGs you can only do an action that's on the bar. So I could have done a evade or battle stations or whatever, but it doesn't look like anybody's a threat right now. Kahn can't reach. Even if he could reach, he's out of his firing arc. But he can't reach anyway. So yeah, there's no threat there for the Enterprise. So he's probably gonna, he doesn't have any shields, so and just give you a little bit of a prequel what Kirk's gonna probably do. He's probably gonna do a green maneuver, get rid of that AUGs, and then once he gets rid of the AUGs, he can probably repair some shields. So I can either repair shields with this guy or with Montgomery Scott. Montgomery Scott can repair, let me see, 1 shield. Yeah, the other guy can do 1 shield. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can either use Scott or the guy to repair shields, so that's no biggie. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy. But now that the activation phase or the firing phase is gonna happen, the Martoth has a lock on Kahn. So let me see. He can reach him, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yes, he can. So he's gonna let Kahn know what's up. Stay on your side. He's not in the neutral zone, but he's got the shot. Kahn did violate the neutral zone. Got him there. Did a fake. You know, he doesn't. He may not destroy him this shot, and if he stays on that side, he probably won't fire it again. But they're definitely going to go after Kirk, because Kirk is now in Romulan or Cleon space. So yeah, this is going to be a little crazy. We're going to see what happens to Kahn with his ship. He's got a scan token. He's got some tricks up his sleeve. We're gonna see what happens. And oh, and Kahn can reach the Groth as well with his primary weapon. He doesn't have a lock on him because he's using the lock on Kirk, which it probably will remain. let's just be honest here. Unless Kirk gets way over here and there's two Cleons in between, he may take a target lock off and then reapply it to somebody else. So yeah, because I'm pretty sure in this game you can't multi-target lock. It just makes sense, right? You could have multi-target locks on your ship from other ships, but you can't, as a ship, you can't lock onto multiple ships. So only one target lock per ship, as far as I know. Unless there's some card that I don't know about that tells you otherwise. So anyways, yeah, we're going to see what happens after this later. This should be interesting. Results are in. Kirk couldn't fire anybody, so he's just there watching the carnage. Kahn went, fired at the Groth, missed completely. He had a scan token, but wait. Yeah, he had a scan token, so it reduced his ability down to 1, but he still missed because he only has 2. So it was 2 against 1. Well, originally it was 2 against 2. Then he had a scan token, so he used a scan token, and it was 2 against. Oh, but he made him re-roll it. That's what it was. He actually had a hit. But if you look over here, each time an enemy ship attacks you, you may force that ship to re-roll 1 attack die of your choice. So his only hit, he made him re-roll it. It missed. So it was basically 2 dice against 1. So then it was 1 hit. He made him re-roll that, and then it was a miss. So, yeah. Didn't matter. Complete whiff. So then it was his turn to fire. He fired, completely missed. And then he fired and took out all his shields. I think he had 4 hits. And then Kahn was able to evade 1. So then he had 3. There was actually 2 criticals and a hit. No, there was 2 hits and 2 criticals. But he evaded 1, took the hit away. So it was actually 3 hits, but 2 criticals and a hit. But they're all to shield. So he lucked out there, no critical hits there, no hull damage. So shields are gone. Both Federation ships' shields are gone. 2 hull damage still on the Martov. Nothing on the Groth. Alright, next phase. Freaking interesting as hell. Kahn fired on the on the Martov. And he didn't get any in. No, wait, I take that back. Did he get anything in? Yes, he took out 2 shields of the Martov. So Martov was down 2 hull and 2 shields. Pretty tough ship, so you know, he wasn't cloaked because he was in Augs. Then like Kirk couldn't fire anything. He, you know, whatever. So like I said, he fired at the Martov, got 2 shield damage, which was good. Didn't have a target lock because he had the target lock over here on Kirk. He probably should have target locked the freaking. Well, he couldn't because he had Augs, so it didn't matter. He had Augs, so he couldn't target lock. So he just whiffed it, hit him. Not really whiffed it, but he damaged him pretty good. Got him in the back, whatever. And Groth said, "You know what? You're an asshole." He rolled his regular dice. Hit for he hit for 2, but he can re-roll. Remember? So each time, no, I'm sorry. No, he didn't re-roll. I'm sorry. He did not re-roll. He hit all 3. That's what it was. He had 2 hits and a crit. Well, he had 2 evade dice to roll because he's within 2. I thought he was within 3, but no, he's within 2. So he doesn't get an extra evade dice. So he gets his 2 evade, and guess what? He missed, and guess what? Destroyed. All 3 hits. Destroyed Kahn's Reliant. Explode. Kaboom. Goodbye, Kahn. So now the Martov had a chance to shoot at the Enterprise's back end and rolled his 5 freaking attack dice. Yes, he was 3 away, so yes, Kirk got 2 evade, but he actually, his other shield went down and he got a hull hit. So two of those 5 shots got in. Yeah, that was bad. So the saga continues between Kirk and the Cleons. Yeah, at least Kahns did. Kirk doesn't have to worry about him no more. And Khan did do some damage to the Cleons. Nothing. The Groth has not been touched. Nobody has touched the Groth with anything. She still had her battle station, so I'll get rid of that. So yeah, this is so crazy, man. I did not expect this. I figured Khan would have messed up Kirk, or Khan would have took out a Groth by now, or somebody. But yeah, no, it's not now happened. All right. Kirk, you just got roasted. Yeah, let me do the proper thing here. Lay him on the side. Okay, very interesting what happened though. Kirk did a hard 2, repaired a shield. Well, excuse me, let's reverse that, because this guy goes first. He did a normal 2, a green maneuver, got rid of his augs, and was able to enable his photon torpedoes. The Groth did a come about 3 maneuver and has AUG, so he's way over here, but he's going this direction. Kirk did a hard 2, repaired 1 shield for his action. Yeah. Then he fired at the Martoth with his, primary weapon. Now he was 3 away, so it wasn't really likely he was going to hit him. He wasn't cloaked, but he had 1 shield. He took out that shield because this guy only had 2 evade, so he had 3. I believe he had 2 hits. This guy had an evade, got rid of 1 of the hits, and then took out a shield. Okay, so that meant that the Martoth could no longer cloak, which was amazing. But the problem is Kirk really screwed up here. He put himself in harm's way of his primary weapon. He was probably thinking, hey, or I was thinking, I guess, hey, he doesn't have a target lock on me, so those nasty photon torpedoes aren't going to hit me. But guess what? He still has a 5 freaking primary weapon. Yeah, we were 3 away, but that just means I get 1 more defense die. Well, guess what? I rolled. I think I rolled 3 hits and then a battle station, but this guy gets to re-roll at least 1 battle station. So I re-rolled the battle station and it got a hit. Kirk evaded. No. I didn't evade nothing. This was his roll right here. So I take that back. The 1 hit, here we go. Here it is. It was 4 hits total. So 2 hits and 2 crits. So the 1, you always count your hits first before the crits. So the 1 hit the shield. That was his last shield he had. He had repaired it earlier. And then he already had a hull damage. And then 3 hits into the hull and boom, he's done. It was just that fast. So I gotta remember to stay away from that primary firing arc. I don't know what I was thinking. I probably should have went out further, maybe repaired a couple more shields, and then came back around, maybe try to outmaneuver him. But these guys are pretty maneuverable. The little tiny prize is just. Oh wait, I keep forgetting I have cheat death. I will be right back. I can't. I keep forgetting that. Kirk, you are an amazing person. So this might not be over yet. My bad. I'll be right back. because I already know what's gonna happen. Okay, so the Martov did come about. He's in Augs right now. The Groth did a lazy 2, and then he enabled his photon torpedoes. That was his action. The Enterprise did a 2, got rid of his Augs, and then did a target lock. Now, if you guys remember from previous battles with between the Groth, the Martov, and the Tiny Prize, what happened when the plasma torpedoes were involved? Kirk went for the plasma torpedoes and he wasted the Groth, but what happened? He was within range of the Martov. So look at the scenario again. It's almost identical. So except Kirk was a little bit further away before up in the corner, but now he's at point blank range. He's probably gonna kill. I mean, he's only got 3 hull. This guy's only got 3 hull. If each time you defend, he can re-roll, or he can do a re-roll. It says each time you defend against a ship at range 1, roll 1 extra defense die. Okay, so it's not a re-roll. He'll get an extra defense die, but it doesn't matter because these plasma torpedoes, you get to re-roll all your blank results. So let's read this. So Kirk's going to use his plasma torpedoes, right? He's already got a target lock on him. And it says it's a 5, 1 to 2 range, so he's right up in his grill. You may re-roll all of your blank results 1 time. You may fire this weapon from the forward. That doesn't matter because he doesn't have. So he's gonna fire 5 hits on this guy. Even if he blocks 2 out of the 5 hits, he's gonna die. He's got no shields. And he's only got 3 hull. But then look what's gonna happen. The Martov is in perfect dorsal range to either fire his primary weapon. He gets a choice. He's like, do I want to take out the Enterprise with 5 and the Enterprise will only get 1 extra evade dice, or do I want to use my freaking photon torpedoes and roll 6 and he doesn't get an extra? I mean, if the Enterprise lives, okay, if the Enterprise lives, I will just probably end the game there and say that the Enterprise won, because the chances of the Enterprise winning right now is probably 1,000 to 1. Because I think he's gonna take out the Groth, but let's say he didn't take out the Groth, so now it's gonna be like 100,000 to 1, because now the Groth could fire. He can't fire his torpedoes because he doesn't have a lock and he's too close, right? You have to be 2 to 3 away. But he could fire his 3 primary, and he would have 4 primary, and he would only have 1 evade dice. And remember, he only has 1 hole left after that cheat death thing. So we'll play this out and see what the hell happens. But I mean, Kirk has no other choice but to use this. I mean, he could repair a shield, I guess. No, because he already did a lock. But I mean, if he didn't do a target lock, he could have repaired 1 shield. But why? What's the point? With that much firepower coming in your dorsal area, it doesn't even matter. You might as well go for the kill and hope for the best. Basically, shoot, watch the nice fireworks for a little while, and then just cringe, get in your fetal position, and hope this guy misses. Here we go. I'll be back. It happened like I said. Kirk rolled 5 attack dice. He made him re-roll 1 of his choosing, because that's what he gets to do, and it didn't matter. And then he re-rolled his blank results, and he got 3 hits in there because he tried to evade. Or no, I think one of his evade dice. Is that what it was? Each time you defend against one ship range 1. Yeah, he rolled an extra attack dice, so he had 2. Each time an enemy ship attacks you, you may force. Yeah, so he had 2 evade dice. He made him re-roll 1. He still got 3 hull. Took his ass out. He only had 3 hull. So then, now it's the Martov's turn. Martov fires his 6 dice, and he got 2 in there because, yeah, he got 2 out of the 6, and Kirk didn't roll any. So even if he rolled 1 evade dice and got the evade, he still would have got 1 in there because he only had 1 hole. So he still died. It didn't matter. Game over. Cleons win again. Martov is on top once again. The carnage of the 3 ships goes to the the Romulans, or not Romulans, I mean the Cleons. Well, actually, this is neutral zone, so you know, they can take this. I mean, that who cares what happens over there? That was just Kahns craziness. If the Federation wants to go up and clean up their mess, there's probably an interstellar war now, so it doesn't even matter. There's no more neutral zone because Federation violated the neutral zone with 2 Federation ships, whether they were in control of Kahn or not, even though Kahn came through a wormhole in the neutral zone. So yeah, Kahn's dead, Kirk's dead, Koloth is dead, and Kremel gets to tell the epic story of the battle of the, I don't know, you could say the battle of the neutral zone, future neutral zone, I don't know, or the Khan Young Sing or whatever. You know, he was running the show. I mean, he's the one who initiated the battle, got both parties there. Yeah, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I know I did. I'm a little disappointed that Kahn died first. He had a pretty epic ship. Maybe he shouldn't have done some of the things he did. He lost his shields to I think it was the Cleons, and he tangled with the Cleons and bit the dust. Would that really happen? Probably. I don't know. Kirk was a little smarter. Got stuck in between the 2 Cleons again, though. Probably should have. I had to use my cheat death again because I went broadside with. You don't go broadside with the Martaud, dude. You don't get anywhere in that fire arc of the Martaud, because if it's got photon torpedoes, you're getting roasted from 1 to 3 distance. It doesn't matter. Well, actually, 1 would be too close, I think. Yeah. So he can't shoot at you at 1, but he's still got that 5 primary weapon that he just roasts you with. So either way, he's roasting you in that fire arc. You have to literally stay out of that kill zone. You're in that kill zone, in front of the Martov, you're going down. I don't care what ship you are. The Martov has been on top every single time. There has not been one time, maybe one time it got a little damaged. I think it might have had one time it had like 3 hull damage. I've never seen it down to 4 hull damage. It's got decent shields. It's only got 3, but it's got a nice 5 fat hull. I mean, its durability is pretty damn good. Is 8. And you know, the Enterprise has 7, which is still pretty good. But just those, if you get in those firing arc, you just you write yourself off, man. I mean, you look at his power, 5, and then a photon torpedo of 6 with a reroll here or there. You're talking like 7, 8, you know, dice being thrown at you. And it's a losing battle, man. You cannot go toe to toe with the Martov with these ships. There's probably a ship out there that can go toe to toe with it, but I don't have it in my stock. I mean, I got the Galaxy class. I figured it would, but it's still. Although I did make mistakes with it, I didn't use the phase array, the 360-degree arc as much as I could have. That's probably what's going to beat this guy. You're going to have to wear this guy down, make him do come-abouts, go away from him, repair your shields, come back, get behind him again, and yeah, you're going to have to wear this guy down with 2 ships, or a ship with a 360-degree arc, or nice torpedo, you know, torpedoes behind him. I don't know. Had these Federation ships been working together, I mean, they had more points. They probably would have beat them, obviously, because of the points. But I don't know. The Martov and the Groth have been pretty much undefeated every playthrough I've done. The Groth usually gets killed pretty quick. Even if it doesn't, the Martov will take the abuse and kind of shield it, and then he can do pot shots. And I've seen the Groth get some lucky shots in there too from a distance. So, and you know, 4 photon torpedo is not any slouch. And then if you read it, you may convert any 1 battle station result to a crit. So it's those torpedoes could be pretty deadly, and they're cheap. They're only 3, you know, worth 3. So I mean, the Groth is no slouch either. It can hurt you pretty good. You can get some luck shots in there. The combination is devastating. But anyways, thanks for watching, and keep tackling alive. It's a great game, very versatile. Make up your own scenarios. Run some, you know, other scenarios, but anyways, I will see you later. Signing off.